Hey y'all, what's up? How you guys doing? I'm doing amazing. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm trying to figure out where to put this microphone right now. This cat is gonna get in my way. I can already tell. He's not gonna stop. Go. Buzz! I am so sorry. Jesus. That was so my fault too. Like threw the cat right in the dog's face and then he almost ate him live. So that was not good. But anyway. So hi Rekka or Rika or Reka. My vowels suck, but let me know which one is correct. Riddy and Shop with Roxy, you guys are the first three, so awesome. So if you guys don't know already, the first three people here will get a free reading, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Those three, and then there's new options in the description for getting a reading by donation. So check that out because it's right there in the description, and I'll put it right here too, just so you guys can like see it without having to go in the description, but it might just be easier to go there. So okay, so we're almost done here. Okay. There you go. Okay. So hi Trishna, hi Sijal, hi Yellow Skiff, Riddy, and Pris. Hi. Hi you guys. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and like, please. That would really help me out a lot. And the first three people here, Reka. You're gonna have to let me know how that's pronounced because it's gonna bother me. Reka and Riddy and Shop with Roxy. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, so the first three, and so Reka, go ahead and post your question. I don't see it yet. All of you guys can post your questions. The first three free. Reka, Riddy, and Shop with Roxy. I need to see your questions in here so that I can start. Yeah, true. True. That's cool that you noticed that. So whenever you guys are ready, okay? I'll go ahead and do you guys. First 3 people here get a free reading. So we already got our first 3. Thanks for being here, you guys. And ready. If you guys do want a free reading, you have to, follow the steps to do that. And all you have to do is enable notifications. It's really simple because when you get notifications, and you can see when I'm live, then you click into the live. And if you're the first 3 people here and you type into the chat, then you will get a free reading. Okay, so next time, make sure you guys do that. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Okay. I don't know where Rika's at, but I want to know who my future spouse is, please, for Riddy. So here's the thing, Riddy, I'm not going to bullshit you. I read tarot, so the cards are going to be able to give us an answer to this. But the thing is, when you say, I want to know who my future spouse is going to be, we don't know if you're even going to have a future spouse, okay? So we can't ask that question. It's not really a question that we can ask, because what if you don't have a future spouse? So we're going to have to rephrase it a little bit, okay? So we want to know basically what the future holds for your love life. Like, is their marriage going to be there? Is that going to be part of it? And if so, it'd be pretty clear if it's not, but if so, what is that person, any representation of that person? Then also, if it isn't, who's the most significant relationship? Like, who's this person that you're going to have a significant relationship with? Okay. So that's how I'm going to do that. So let's see. In the future of Riddy's love life, I want to know this person who's significant, possibly marriage material. Okay, let's see. Riddy, their future love life. Tell me about the person that's significant to them. Tell me about the person that's significant in Riddy's future love life. No worries, of course. Okay. It looks like there is somebody to build a foundation with here. 4 of Pentacles. Oh, maybe. Oh! Cool. Okay. Like I said, it'd be pretty clear whether or not it's something that's going to happen, right? Like, it'd be pretty clear whether it's saying that you'll be married or not, or that's a possibility or not. And yeah, it was pretty clear. So, first of all, what we see here is that, you're trying to build a foundation with someone's trying to build a foundation with you. It's, it's something where you guys are saving up money. You see how he's holding on to his pentacles for like dear life, because he's trying to build a foundation. He's trying to grow with this money. He's not trying to just like spend it and have nothing. He wants something to show for it, something he can feel secure and happy to have that's his, that he grew. And, you see all these buildings behind him. It's like he's going to be trying to build this foundation for himself. So first of all, that just tells me that there is somebody that you're trying to build a foundation with. So that seems more of like a committed relationship for sure. It's not just like people that don't want to commit or something. And then we have the Empress, which is representative of pregnancy a lot of times. So be careful, or congratulations. I mean, however you look at that. If you know that's not even possible for you, then obviously this is just talking about a new beginning, like a fresh start, the birth of something, which would be, a beautiful relationship. The Empress has a lot of potential. So it's really a great card to get in regards to love or anything that you're trying to like do something new or exciting or just have a good time, something where you're trying to have a fresh start. It's like a really great and positive card to get. And in regards to a relationship, I feel like that's obviously talking about pregnancy. So maybe pregnancy there, or it's talking about, a good start with this person. And then we have the Hierophant. I don't know why I said temperance. Hierophant. And that is the commitment card, the marriage card, and pretty self-explanatory regarding the question. So that's cool. And also it could be a Taurus person. If you know a Taurus person, maybe it's them. It could be a different Taurus person, but it just seems as though it could be a Taurus person here with the Hierophant, but mostly this is talking about the commitment aspect of this whole thing. So I feel like, yeah, it will be something stable. You guys are trying to build together. You might even have a child, you know? So let's see what this person is like. I mean, we know that they are possibly a Taurus person trying to build a foundation with you. So somebody, you know, we can assume is mature and responsible. At least they have their head in the right place in regards to like wanting to build with you. So, hi V. I did get excited because it was exciting. It was like, oh, like the marriage card. What? It could be a Capricorn as well. This is the Devil card. You said you're a Taurus. Oh, wow. So maybe this is a Capricorn person then. Because the Devil's Capricorn, but it also represents, it could be something kind of negative or toxic, like codependent maybe, because, you know, they're chained to the Devil. See how they're chained to him? So it's something where you kind of like feel stuck there. I mean, the Eight of Swords isn't here, but it's just something that like trauma bond maybe. I don't know. I don't want to put like, I don't want to assume. It's just, it could just be talking about Capricorn, right? So let's just go with that for now until we have other evidence, because everything else looks good. It doesn't really look negative from here. So, I mean, I am asking what this person would be like. So let's go with Capricorns. I love Capricorns. Stop. Why? I don't get it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, interesting. I just love how my readings always want to do that. So started off really well. Here's a couple things to take note of. Now, first of all, Capricorn. Second of all, something maybe toxic or something that you like, addictions or something that's trying to bring you guys down quite possibly. So you have to take note of that. And, you know, everyone has that risk. It's like, that's, you know, just human nature. Like, well, not nature, but it's humans. They all go through shit. They all have different things that keep them held up. And, you know, so whatever this is, it's something toxic and negative, but it can be overcome. The thing here is, it seems like somebody is trying to push somebody away. So it could be you guys pushing others away. It could be you guys pushing family away, but I feel like it is unnecessary to push whoever this is away, because it's just, this person in this card is kind of thinking people are against them when they're not. You know, they're pushing the wrong people away. And they're taking action. They'll have the opportunity to take action here. And I don't know if that's in regards to fixing that situation. It seems as though it gets a little bit worse after this. Like whatever action they take that action, but they take it kind of the wrong way. Like what they do is, you know, they end up hurting a lot and burning bridges. So I would just take note of that. Like whatever, I feel like for some reason it's not in regards to you two pushing each other away. It seems like pushing others away or pushing family away or something, or pushing a good resource away for, I don't know, a job or something. You know, it's just, it doesn't seem like it's you two pushing each other away. It just seems like it is burning a bridge of some sort outside of the relationship. So I don't know. That's kind of strange. But in regards to that, I would just think they're either a Taurus or a Capricorn. And then at some point it could get to a point where something holds one of you back and you guys are kind of pushing away a good opportunity. When you don't need to, when you shouldn't do that. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, at least you know about it, so you can kind of be like, well, wait, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe they shouldn't push that away, you know? When will I get a job as a data scientist and career growth? Aw, thanks. That's so nice of you. That's so sweet. I'm grateful for your time and energy too, being here, participating. Okay. So, let's see. What is your career looking like, Reika? Reika, what is your career looking like here in the near future, in the next days, weeks, months, and year? When do we see a big change or some growth in your career? What happens? What's the next step for your career? What's the next step for your growth in your career? Okay, it seems to happen out of nowhere, like without you really expecting it, like an opportunity probably just arises out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but just somewhere where you didn't expect it to come from. You know, somewhere where it comes with force. It's almost like you did not expect that, you know? So you see this opportunity and it's like it's just out of the blue, so you're like, I'm gonna take it, you know? I'm gonna go for it. I don't know where the fuck it came from, but cool, I'm down. I'm gonna go for this. The problem is there's some kind of there's some kind of aspect of this that is seemingly toxic, and I feel like it maybe has to do with like workaholism or something. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of at this point, but let's pull some more cards here. Anything else in regards to the devil here? Capricorn energy. Taking responsibility. And you'll have the opportunity to speak your voice. Either you are getting either you're being hurt or you're hurting somebody else. And what the situation is here is either you're asking somebody to take responsibility for hurting you, or you are taking responsibility for hurting somebody else here. And you'll have, you know, an opportunity to kind of speak your voice. Like the Ace of Swords is all about, you'll have the moment in time when you're able to kind of like have the floor and be able to say what you need to say, or you know, you're going to give somebody else that opportunity to apologize or explain themselves or whatever it is for this. And heartbreak, loss, I mean, it could be any kind of loss, like a friendship, a partnership. I mean, just trust in general. It's just something where the heart is hurt. And so it doesn't necessarily have to do with love, but it could be a relationship, a job. It could be a partnership, you know, in the workplace. But it seems like there is something that happens all of a sudden, and it could be related to the devil here. Like I'm thinking something out of the blue happens, and it could be something bad. It could be something kind of negative and toxic. And then somebody needs to own up and take responsibility for this. So what does this have to do with your career growth? Maybe it's saying that your career can't grow until this is addressed. Is this something that happened already? Ace of Wands. It's saying take action. You'll have the opportunity to take action. Ace of Swords, again, Ace of Swords twice. So you're going to have the opportunity to take action and also to be able to speak your voice. I feel like you have some speaking of your voice to do, like you're responsible to do that. You haven't done that yet. You haven't addressed certain issues, and that's what you need to do in order to grow in your career. That's what you need to do in order to get past this point in your career where you're not growing or where you feel like things are at a standstill. It's like almost like karma. It's like, you know, you've done something that has hurt somebody and you need to address it, or you've burned a bridge in your career, in your workplace, in your work life or work community, whatever it is, with people around you, you know, and you're hurting yourself by doing that, because people are not going to be giving you an opportunity if they think you're this person that disregards others like that, or is inconsiderate of others like that, or would do something like that. You know, no one wants a business partner like that. So whatever this thing is that you did, you need to come clean about it and speak about it and own up to it and apologize for it. Take responsibility for it, most importantly. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. So it's like once you do that, you are able to have that security you need. So money is coming in. I mean, I feel like you will have opportunities. I feel like there's an opportunity right after you correct this fuck up. Like whatever this is that you've done or whoever you've rubbed the wrong way and really left a mark. Once you come clean about it, and kind of own up to it and just, take responsibility for it, I feel like everything will fall into place with the Ten of Pentacles here. So that's what needs to happen first and foremost. Like it's saying take responsibility. Ace of Swords came out twice, saying you're going to have to speak up, own up, and take responsibility for this. And also the Ace of Wands is saying like you'll have the opportunity to take action. So there's something, sometimes when people ask a question, like something will come out first. And that's kind of what's happening here, right? Because you're like, when am I going to see growth? I don't care about the bridge I've burnt or whoever I've rubbed the wrong way, but that's the whole thing. It's like, you're not going to be able to get past that until you address this. So that's the whole thing. That's why it's coming out first. Okay. Yeah, I do. Okay. Two of Cups. I feel like it was with somebody either in the workplace or I feel like in the workplace, but I feel like, this was a person that you actually could have had a good partnership or, work partnership with, or a, business partnership with, but something happened and you need to address it. Even if you feel like you didn't do anything like to this person, they're thinking that you're not considerate and they don't want to be a business partner with you. Like you need to kind of, and if it's not a business partner, I'm talking about somebody you can have resources from, and grow. Like this person can help you grow quite possibly. Like they know certain people, or they're just, their word means a lot in the community where you're in. And it's like, you need to make things right with that person so that you can have these opportunities, because the Ten of Pentacles is on the other side, which is like everyone's dream. I mean, security, money, like Ten of Pentacles is a really great thing to get. And I feel like that's just right on the other side of you owning up to this and kind of just addressing it and letting it be known. Okay. Taking responsibility for it. Okay. Thanks, Shop with Roxy. Yeah, true. Okay. Will I stay with my husband? Any advice on that? Is that the question you want to ask, Shop with Roxy? I saw you said a general before. We can ask this one, though, if you'd like. I just want to make sure with you really quick that you wanted to do that one. Of course. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Okay. You want to know about you and your husband? I'm going to start with this deck again, just because I like to start with this one for the main energy of the cards, of the question. Hi, Megan. Okay. Okay. Tell me about Shop with Roxy and her relationship. Is she going to, or she needs advice? Because, if you don't know what you're going to do, I definitely don't, right? So we kind of have to rephrase that one too, right? We kind of have to be like, what do we see happening? What do we need to know in regards to your relationship currently? What do we need to know? I feel like the give and the take needs to be okay. You need to know that your happiness lies within your guys' ability to help you be there for each other in a way that's equal. Like this person here is offering, something to these people here. Like, I don't know if it's coins or if it's crumbs that they're offering there, and that they're needing, they're like, thank you to this person because they have this to offer. So they're offering it. Later on down the line, if this person is in that position that they're in, he's going to want, it would be the right thing to do, right? To offer it to him if they have it, right? So here's the thing. When you're talking about like a relationship, this points to you guys giving and taking and being there for each other equally, and the 10 of Cups is here. So, I mean, I feel like it's whatever the issue is or issues are, I feel like the main issue is just that you guys are not on an equal, like, the give and the take isn't equal. So you guys, the connection is it's hard to have a connection when one person isn't on the same level as you. And I think if you guys could just be there for each other more or be more considerate of each other in that way, that has a lot to do with it. And 10 of Cups, I mean, that's like, at least at one point you guys were very happy. Things were good. Things were looking great. And I feel like that has a lot to do with it. Somebody's getting attention. Somebody's getting support. That's really interesting. So what is this about? It seems like everything around you guys is happy. Like, people around you are happy. People are happy to see you guys together, and things seem good in that regard. Like, it kind of seems like it's just within you guys that there's this issue. And that makes sense because no one knows really what's happening behind closed doors. But I don't feel like it's a major issue that has to break you guys up, Of course, that's going to be up to you, but it seems like something that can be easily resolved. Anything else we need to know in regards to this? Okay. 7 of Swords. Somebody's sneaking something, hiding something. It could just be their feelings, their thoughts, and their worries. I mean, it could be anything like that. But let's see what else this is regarding. 7 of Swords. What's the 7 of Swords here for? For Shop with Roxy and everything. What's the 7 of Swords here for? What's the 7 of Swords here for? What's the 7 of Swords here for? Hi, Brenda. Hi, Farah. Or Farah. Jenny. How you guys doing? What is the 7 of Swords here for, please? What is the 7 of Swords here for, please? Oh, my back. What's the 7 of Swords here for, please? What's the 7 of Swords here for, please? What is the hiding, sneaking, stealing aspect of the situation? Ooh, okay, I can see the bigger issue now. Somebody is looking greedy here. There's something that might have went down in this person's kind of being a bully. Like, maybe they're resentful, bitter. They're trying to get back at somebody else, or they're, or it's just plain unfair, Like, this person here is 5 of Swords is not a good card to get in any kind of like relationship with anyone, like friendship, partnership, whatever it is. When there's another person involved, there is no, like, the 5 of Swords is like not a good thing to get, because it's like this person wants to win at all costs. If you guys do break up, I feel like this will be nasty. This will be, the divorce and all of that will be like somebody's trying to get everything and leave the other person with nothing. Like, they want to win, and they will win because that's their mindset. They're not going to lose. And yeah, unless, there's some other circumstance that just does not allow them to win, their mindset is set on winning, and they don't care about anything else. So it's going to seem like, this person like doesn't even really care about everything that you guys have been through, and that's really hurtful and hard to deal with. So I feel like in this too, with the 9 of Cups, it's like somebody's super greedy here. Somebody just wants all they can get, and they don't care about sharing. They don't care if the other person gets it or not. So this 7 of Swords actually could be stealing, and it could be sneaking this whole motive for them, like, or you, and also the 9 of Cups points to be careful what you wish for. So if you are wishing to be out of this and you're wishing for a certain outcome, like I want to just be out of this situation and I want everything that I can get from the person or whatever, not judging, but just saying, you know, throwing it out there, then, you know, be careful because something might go awry with that, you know, because the Nine of Cups is all about be careful what you wish for. It's not necessarily like that you're going to get it, but if you do get it, it might not be all it's cracked up to be, you know? It might not be everything that you wanted it to be or thought that it would be. And, but yeah, if you're coming out as that Five of Swords there, whoever that is, that person's going to win and that person's not going to back down, and it's going to get nasty. And somebody really wants what they want out of it and they just don't care about anything else but that, you know? So I just feel like if you guys do, either somebody with the Seven of Swords here, somebody might be hiding this motive or this idea, this, you know, this kind of thing that they're wanting to happen, their wish or whatever. They might be hiding that. And then somebody might be stealing something too, or trying to steal everything, trying to just get as much as they can out of this, you know? And it sucks because it seems like there was a lot of happiness in the beginning here, and there was a lot of support on your guys' side. Yeah, there was, yeah, so the thing is, if you do, that could be what it is too. Maybe somebody turns bitter after somebody, you know, hurts the other person, and the other person's like, fine, if that's the way it's going to be. Because, you know, that Five of Swords there is all about, like, revenge. It's, like, about, like, I'm going to win. I'm going to beat you at all costs. You know, I'm going to get what I want out of this. I don't even care. Like, I'm a bully kind of energy, you know? So, like, if you're saying you'd be angry if you left, like, instead of hurt, which is, like, kind of weird. I mean, like, you know, would they retaliate? Because that's kind of what it seems like. It seems like somebody retaliating and getting back at somebody for doing them wrong, like resentment and, you know, wrongdoing. So in a way, it's kind of saying if you guys do leave each other, it's going to be ugly. So maybe you want to try to work on it instead, you know, because I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like not saying like what you're going to do, because it can't tell you what you're going to do. You decide that. But it's saying kind of like what it would look like if you guys did, you know, split up. And here somebody's closed off and not communicating at all. So there could be a lack of connection right now between you guys. Like, you just feel like you can't get through to them because they're not giving anything, and they're not offering anything. Like, you just don't know like how to really penetrate through those walls and just like get through to this person. Or maybe that's how they feel about you, or that's the energy between you guys. So learn how to communicate. Try to communicate, you know? Try to get closer. Try to speak. Put everything on the table. You know, that's how I look at it. Like, put everything on the table. It's hard after a while, like if it wasn't already happening from the beginning. But I mean, just put everything on the table. If something's bothering you, you have to put it out there. You know, you can't just hide it and keep it in and let it boil up, you know, because it's not fair. Later on when you're pissed off and the other person has no idea why, like had no idea you felt that way the whole time. That's not fair. You got to ditch that fear of abandonment and just say what you feel, you know? And they could tell you if they think that's ridiculous and if you're being a little dramatic, but at least it's out there, you know, and you can address it, you know? Yeah. It sucks. He will not communicate with you? That sucks. That's weird. Well, I mean, not weird, but it's unfortunate, you know? I wonder why it hid that. Farah, okay. PayPal, huh? I think PayPal, right? Because I'm not getting notified on PayPal for some reason. Okay. Cool. Okay, I don't see your question in here. So go ahead and post your question, love. Thank you, by the way. Go ahead and post your question, and we will get started, okay? I'm curious as to what your question is. Thank you. Your Yazir's Brock's feelings about me. Okay. Okay. Let's see now. Let's see what we can find out. All right. Yazir, we want to know his thoughts and feelings about Farah or Farah. Farah. Farah, I want to know Yazir's feelings about Farah and his thoughts about Farah currently. Give me his current thoughts and feelings about Farah. Give me his current thoughts and feelings about Farah. Okay, first of all, the lovers, Gemini. And another thing about it is lovers, obviously. So he has some kind of feeling for you, I would say. Thoughts and feelings about her at this time. Okay, is ready to collaborate with you. I do not see an issue with that. Wants to exchange ideas with you. Finds you appealing, finds you interesting, finds you like able to hold conversation, like you're smart. I mean, like you are clicking with him. I mean, it's, you know, he wants to be able to exchange ideas, communicate, and work together. That's basically what that's saying. So good. I mean, he sees, you know, he sees a connection there. Okay. And also either he sees you holding back and not wanting to take action in any type of way towards him, or this is what he's decided to do now at this time. So let's see what that's about. Yeah. So tell me as time goes on, like what's this hanged man here for? And what do we see happening with that? Is that him or her? And what is that regarding in this connection here? What is he feeling about her now? Like, why is why is the hanged man coming out here? What is the hanged man coming out here for? Okay. Somebody trying to be more stable. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is all about somebody who has their pentacle. She's got her pentacle there. You know, she's holding it. She's secure. She can take care of herself. She can manage. She doesn't need anyone, you know. And so I think that basically means that he's trying to get his shit together before he takes action anymore to this. He wants to make sure he's solid and has what he needs to take care of himself and you, possibly. So he's working on himself. He's working on his stability. I wouldn't worry about it. Like he's not focused on you. It's just he's focused on being more stable and being able to take care of himself, you know. And I think that's to be in a better position to be in any kind of connection, because if you're good, then you can add to somebody's life. But if you're not good, then you kind of need somebody to help you even be at the level you're supposed to be at. And you can't really add to a person's life like that. You know what I mean? It's more of like a, not burden, but it's more needy, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like he's trying to work on that first, because this is saying like he's not going to be taking action. Either that or he sees you as that, like a person who's like not really willing to come forward because you're focused on your shit right now. Like if that's what you've rejected him in the past or told him like, look, I just have to work on a few things first. I've been really busy. That's how he's seeing you. But if that's not you at all and you've been like fully available, then I would say that's him. And there is disappointment here, okay? This person either does not, I feel like mostly they don't want to do what they did before. I don't know if it's because you guys have a past or if it's just a past that they have within their own love life, but it seems like there's something that happened in the past that obviously was disappointing. And this person does not want that to happen again. So If it has something to do with you, you probably know what it is. But if not, then it probably has nothing to do with you at all. And it's something that isn't even your really concern. It's really their concern to deal with. But the thing is, they aren't seeing the 2 cups that are standing behind them. You see these 2 cups right here? Those 2 cups that are still standing. There's the 3 knocked down and the 2 cups that are still standing. And they don't even see those 2 cups. So in a way, they're laser focused on these 3 cups that are knocked down. They're laser focused on them like it's nothing else exists. And the issue with that is that they're focused on the negative. They're focused over something, first of all. In the present time, they're focused on something that happened in the past. And that's in the present time. So that's going to affect the present time and the future, because if you're focused on negative happening, then what's going to happen? Negative. So hopefully this person can come out of that. I mean, I feel like there are still these 2 cups here behind him. If he can just turn around and recognize that, great. If he can't, then he's pretty much spelling out his future for himself, which is going to be like the past, which is what he's trying to avoid. And he's so heavily focused on trying to avoid that he may just recreate. So there is a concern with that. But in regards to how he feels about you, I think he definitely has feelings and wants this to go somewhere. I mean, the lovers. But, he does see collaboration. He likes to talk with you, communicate, exchange ideas. I think he thinks you're on his level. But he's not taking action just yet. He's got a few things to put together first. And also maybe he's a little bit hesitant because of this disappointing thing. Okay? But I think in regards to you, that there's nothing that you have to worry about. Like, he's feeling good about you. It's really not about you, the reason he's holding back. Okay? Interesting. This is him gathering more information first before taking action forward. Hanging there, waiting it out, observing, gathering all the information he can, not just going into it. And it's all because of that disappointment, that those 3 cups that were spilled over, that he just does not, to save his life, he does not want those things to happen again, or that disappointment to occur again. So he is holding back for now. Hi, Secrets. How are you? It's been a while. It has been a while. Yeah, I mean, in regards to your question, I think he's definitely interested, and it probably doesn't have anything to do with you in regards to the whole disappointment that he doesn't want to happen again. I know. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. It's been so long. Like, where have I been? Have you been? I'm sure you have. There's no reason why you wouldn't. I mean, unless there is. Shit, I'm just assuming. I don't know for sure. But I haven't been on YouTube really. So I don't know. I'm out the loop. I'm out the loop. How are you? And what's his name? I'm good. I'm really good right now. Things are better. Things are good. Things are going okay. Trying to figure it out, Oh, look. Justice. Karma. Things are meant to be how they are now. Like, whatever's happening now, it's the way it's supposed to be. That's a good sign. That means I'm on the right path, I think. That's how I'm going to take that. Like, let it be, Let things go. Let things be for now. Thank you, Farah, or Farah. I keep screwing that up. I don't know which it is because, my vowels. You know my vowels. It's like, how are you going to let me know? Like, it's Farah or it's Farah. So, nice. I'm glad that you didn't be like, that you weren't like, can you stop calling me the wrong name? It works. If it works, we're good. You know who I'm talking to. All that matters. Same here. To be honest, sometimes I get busy and don't post for a while, but I'm trying to post more. Yeah, me too. It's like, you got to be consistent, I guess, right? I guess, right? No, I understand that's my issue, is not being consistent enough. That's what I need to do. We should do a collab. Why haven't we done that yet? I think that's a good idea. Hi, Allie, or Ally, or Allie. Alicia. Hi, thanks for being new. Thanks for being here and participating. Check the description for all the information on how to get a reading. It's all there. It's also right here in the chat with us. You can see that pinned message at the top here. That explains it all too. So we've got a few options there for you. And I'm excited to see you. You're new. Nice. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight? What time is it? 10:30. How are you doing? Farrah's like, I am deleting all my messages. Like, nobody's going to be able to see what I said. Okay. Well, let's plan for it, secrets, because, we always say that and we just never do. So we should plan for it or something. What's your schedule looking like? Hi, K-Love. How you doing? Hello. What good things are coming my way? I know who that is. Okay. Let's do this. Thank you for your donation, girl. Hi, Mr. Milton Schwartz. How you doing? What is this? Well, I'm great. Thanks for asking, K-Love. Okay, let's look for some positivity, okay? Secrets, let's do it. We can do that. Just give me 1 second. Do you guys remember when we had that wheel of names? That shit was fun. It'd be like, woo! I kind of want to bring that back sometimes. Oh. Okay, K-Love, I got yours as well. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Okay. I'm just making sure all my shit's in order here. Okay. So we have K-Love and secrets. Yeah. Okay. So. Mr. Milton Schwartz. What a I don't have time to answer that question. No, okay. Tarot, well for me, I'm not psychic, but the thing is I read the cards. So I've learned what the cards mean. And yeah, it does take a little bit of intuitive, like, you can't just know what the cards mean. You have to kind of like put things together too. And it helps when people know, like people come to you and they ask questions like that they already kind of know what they're doing, but they just kind of want to know how that's going to go. Like they're not asking like, what should I do about this? Like, I mean, that's okay sometimes, but it's like, if you're going to ask a serious question, like, and you don't know what you're going to do, like, you shouldn't be getting a tarot reading because then, I mean, anything could change at that point. If you have no idea what direction you're going in, I mean, it's okay to ask like what direction, is the best for my highest good or something. But like when people are clueless as to what they want to do and then they come and get a tarot reading, it's like, it can go haywire because then anything can change tomorrow. Like, what if you change your mind? You didn't know what you were going to do, and now you do. And now the whole reading is, it's different. It's, because we have free will and all of that. So you kind of have to have, like, don't come to tarot if you have no idea. I'm hesitant to say that too, because then if you're lost, I mean, it's fine to come and get some clarity, but if you don't even like know, like, I don't know. I just think it's a bad idea if you really are kind of in a bad place and you're clueless and lost and have no idea what you're going to do. It's bad to kind of depend on the tarot because it's like it could change. And then if you're relying on what it said for your life to go, to become better or to be the right thing, it just depends what you ask. And it depends how you ask it. And if it's a good tarot reader, then they'll rephrase it if it's something that they can't answer, which I do a lot. So, because you can't answer everything, Cool. Okay. So let's see, for secrets, we want to know, okay. So first of all, I see Pisces and Capricorn. Don't know if that has anything to do with a Pisces and Capricorn. It could also mean, speaking of lost, right? Or confused. I'm not saying you're lost or confused. I'm saying there's something that doesn't have clarity here. There's a lack of clarity here for you. And the Devil's here and the Empress too. Pregnancy possibly. Also, it could just be a new beginning. Like if a pregnancy is not possible for you and you know that, and that's not even at all close, like that couldn't happen. I mean, anything could happen, but if that's not possible or you just don't, if that's not it, then it would be talking about a new beginning, the birth of something, the Empress. So here though, there is this lack of clarity and there's this confusion, there's this fog, and it has something to do with maybe a temptation, an addiction, or something that you feel chained to, right? It's like something you can't just like brush off. It's something a little harder than that to just, get out of your energy field. So the thing is, the Empress here could heal that possibly, maybe it has something to do with changing that because it is a new beginning. So we need to know what positive is here. What positive is here? What do we need to know about the positive coming secret's way? We want to know what's the way out of this and what's something positive to look forward to, something that's going to be coming into her life that's good. These cards just flipped out, so I just brought them to your attention because I figured, I should. But I'll start with the purposeful ones now, because I wasn't really answering the positive question. So let's do that for you. Because it wasn't really positive, was it? But it had to come out, so what do you know? So let's see, what's the positive coming for secrets right now? Non-commitment, not being committed to something. A Leo. Oh, you're a Leo. Okay. So it's funny how you're asking like what the positive is in this, and it's like, it's not that we can't find positive in it. It's just interesting that this kind of stuff would come out because there's so much more to this. There's so much more to the story, like this is not like, it's hard to answer the question within 5 cards, but let's see what we could do. Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, the strength cards here, I mean, you are a Leo, but also strength is required to overcome trauma and things like that, of course. So, but it seems like you are kind of like, maybe it's saying you're getting away from something, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's better this way. and then you're going towards your strength. So it's hard to get away from that thing or that person or that situation or that even that mindset, that feeling inside your head, that habit you have that's just really bringing you down, whatever it is, and that's what the devil is, right? It's that thing you're chained to. It's that temptation. It's that negative energy that's bringing you down that you just can't seem to shake, especially with trauma. I mean, oh God, trauma is a bitch. And yeah, that devil will try to bring you down. That Empress is here though, so maybe there's new beginnings coming your way. There's new hope. There's potential, the birth of something. So this is what it is. And the birth of you, something that you maybe even felt committed to, something that maybe you feel a little guilty to be getting away from. Because the non-commitment card, it's like, let's see that as a good thing, because then you're going towards strength. So I'm going to see it as this is something that is going to bring you more clarity, versus the lack of clarity you had before. And it's basically just saying, you're doing the right thing. You're getting away from the devil, right? You're getting away from the moon and you're going towards the Empress and you're going towards strength. And yeah, the devil, the chains are getting looser and you're able to break free a little easier now. It's something that you kind of had to commit yourself to. It's funny because the non-commitment card, I feel like this is a non-commitment is something you had to commit yourself to because it was something that you couldn't really just do like before. It's almost like you had a commitment to this negative thing, but it was bringing so much negativity that now you have to be committed to getting away from it. Now you have to be committed to doing what's best for yourself and fleeing, that situation. Getting away from your hometown. That's hard. That's your hometown right there. But I trust that there's a good reason for it, And you're going towards strength too. So remember that you're looking good here. You're going towards something that's going to keep you stronger. This is a big step for you, and it's a hard one, but you're going in the right direction, I feel like. Going towards strength. Nice. The world. So everything's kind of coming full circle now. I mean, maybe not right now, but I feel like this is the beginning stages of something really beautiful. And the Empress here, that just kind of solidifies that. But also with the world, it's like, you've been through a lot. You're kind of coming full circle. You're kind of coming back to, figuring out, okay, where am I at now? And, you're in a good place. This is progress. You know what I mean? This is like definitely progress here. You're going somewhere with this. It's not just wasted time, and energy. Okay. You could have somebody actually from the past offer you some kind of support emotionally. It could be somebody that is very familiar to you that you've known for a long time. Or it could just feel like somebody you've known for a long time. It would be somebody older or someone with more experience. If they're not older than you, it would be someone with more experience, I would think. That's how I see that card always, is somebody older. Or the trauma was with Twin Flame Dylan. I was Empress. That's what I was asking about, like, how are you guys doing? Obviously not the best, but one second, let me plug this in really quick before I lose you. Good? Okay. All right. We are not speaking. What is this here? Let me switch decks and get some more information on the Six of Cups here. I see. I see what you mean by you were Empress. Yeah. Confusion, toxicity, Empress. Somebody leaving. You? Or are you leaving? I'm getting stronger. Coming full circle, you see it is a strong connection. It is a connection that is hard to break. It is a past life, or there's the energy of a past life, or something that's very familiar, something that's nostalgic, something that you can't really, it's memories, and it's deep, it's deeper than that. But I feel like too, somebody could be bringing you support, and it could be somebody that you've known for a long time, or somebody that you just meet and you just feel like they get it. You feel like they know you and they understand you, and that's why it feels so special, because it's like you kind of need that right now. I think you do, and I don't think it's necessarily romantic. I mean, it seems more like it's either family or maybe even a random person, a friend, but somebody who is special to you, who's going to be able to provide support and wisdom, experience that they've been through. They're going to bring you some reassurance and some comfort wherever you're going. I feel like you're going to meet this person there. Maybe you're going to this person, wherever you're going to them, and it's going to be a good thing for you. It's going to really kind of like, it's really going to kind of fill in some of that is feeling empty within you. Okay, we have Four of Pentacles. Save up your money, try to build a foundation. Also, I feel like it's important right now, but since this is Tarot of the New Vision, you see how the Four of Pentacles, his back is to us. Usually we see the front of him and he's holding on to those pentacles, but right now, Tarot of the New Vision, we can see his back. That leads me to kind of see it as, you're maybe before, money and all of that was very, very important to you, or like your stability, which not saying it isn't, but now I feel like you're kind of your back is kind of turned to anything that's superficial or not important, like in a deep way, like you're trying to look for actual, not that you're not looking for stability and not that you shouldn't hang on to your money, but it's like what's more important to you right now is not all of that and all of the material right now. What's important to you is connecting with people and connecting with yourself, and like you're not so much focused on the material here, but it is saying to save up your money too. But since your back is turned to it, I just feel like there's more important things to you right now than just money and just, stuff. Like you're really trying to focus on what's meaningful to you. I've gotten this a few times here, and we have 2 2s here. 2 of Swords and 2 of Wands. So you're going to have to take action here deliberately. I feel like you've been kind of contemplating things for a while and not really sure how to take action. And it's important that you do take action now. If you do anything at all, you should really just kind of go for whatever, like you've been contemplating over. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, I don't usually say that, but what I'm saying is, with the 2 of Wands, you need to take action, and just deliberately take action, make a decision and do it, because don't contemplate too long, don't sit there for too long, because you can let opportunities pass you by. But I could see why you've been sitting there, because you feel like your voice has been taken away. But the good thing of the Tarot of the New Vision is now we see their back too. So your back is turned to that too. It's like you don't give a fuck anymore. It's just like, no, I'm not going to let that get in my way. And if that's not how you feel now, that's how you should start to tell yourself every day, like, look, I'm not going to be held back by these beliefs about myself that aren't true. I'm not going to think in my head that I don't have a voice, because I do have a voice. I do have power. I do matter. This is what you're going towards. So you have this on your side. Can't get much better than that. I mean, you have the strength you need. Just manifest and ask for forgiveness, bravery, strength, and courage, to overcome these things and go towards it. Make a decision, make decisions. Don't sit there too long, because you don't need to do that. You have opportunities waiting for you. You can't just be sitting there, thinking of something bad could happen. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that too much. Something bad could happen, but this is what you're going towards. So, I mean, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. You just got to do it. You can't just sit there, and let things pass you by, though, because you could be letting a lot of opportunities pass you by. Things that could really kind of improve the situation for you. Not for you, but, that you can allow to add to your life. You know what I mean? I would just hate to see you just sit there and worry and be in fear of things going wrong and that kind of ruining it. You know what I mean? Yeah, do not allow that anymore. Right on. Good. Screw that. Yell. Voice being silenced. Yell that shit. No, I'm kidding. No, but seriously. Like, you're a Leo, though. You have courage. I mean, that's what's admirable about, well, not the only thing, but that's what's admirable about Leos. One of the things is that they have courage. So you can't let that shit hold you down too long. I mean, that's just not like you. Oh, I feel that. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I didn't know that about you. That's interesting. I had no idea about that. But I mean, you wouldn't know that because we're on here, You soon discovered why. What does that mean? K-Love, that's who it was. Next. Do you hear that? Sirens. Okay. K-Love, you wanted to know, did I make the right decision by breaking up with DG? Is that what it is? Because he downgraded. Don't you hate that? You're like, really? Like, okay, you're clearly not in the right state of mind right now. Like, like, wow. I don't even feel bad. It's like you clearly are going through something if you think that is the better option. No, that, yeah, that's a hard one. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, really? That's when you have to wonder, like, what is it about certain people that they just have that, like, pull with people? Like, what is it in their personality that was so attractive? Like, because they're not all that. And it's like, what the fuck is it? Because it's not clear to me. Like, it's not obvious. Okay. It's not a 10 over there. So I don't understand, like, what the fuck it is. I mean, it must just be them. Yeah. And that's just for now. You never know what's going to happen later. Like, honestly, if it is a rebound too, then it's like, what about after that? Maybe it just shouldn't matter. I don't know. Just don't even. Sometimes I don't like to think about, like, are you going to be waiting around for them? Or is it like, no, it's too late. Sometimes people don't know until they feel like they lost the person for good. Like, I mean, I've been through that before, like myself. Like, you don't know what you have till it's gone. But it's more than that. Like, you don't even realize, until you think that you're losing a person for good, then everything starts to make sense. Everything they always said, like, you hear it finally, because it's too late. And you're like, fuck. Now all I can do is sit here within myself and think about everything that was said and how, like, fucked up I feel now because I can't change it now. Sometimes that's what it takes to, like, really understand something that's happened. But okay, K-Love, did I make the right decision by breaking it off with DG? Well, let's see, in regards to what? Did I make the right decision by breaking it off with DG? Can we resonate with them? Can we connect with them really quick with K-Love to understand their relationship to DG and if this is better for them or worse, or what we need to know about that? What do we need to know about that? About their relationship with DG and if the situation for them now has become better or worse for their highest good after they broke up with this person. Let us know what we need to know about since they broke it off with DG. Was that for their highest good? Was it the better thing for them, or Was it something that was negative for them? Like, what do we need to know about what it's caused and created? And is that positive or negative? Since they broke it off. The Hanged Man. Okay, so we do have a little bit of, somebody holding back or somebody. No problem, Secrets. It was good to see you. I'm so happy to have talked to you and seen you. I'm glad you came. You guys go check out Secrets of the Typical Emo Witch right here in the chat. She's a great tarot reader. She has her own channel and she's amazing. She's really thorough and she's good at what she does. Okay, so check it out. Check her out. Secrets of the Typical Emo Witch right here in the chat with us. Okay, go check out her channel. Go subscribe, like, watch her videos. Go see her live. Why don't you send me your number on Cash App? Like send me a request or send me a request and in the thing put your number or something. That could work. That's what I've been doing lately with people I don't have their numbers. Send them a Cash App and just be like, hey, whatever I needed to say. So, so let's see, Caleb. This person is holding back. No, Secrets of the Typical Emo Witch is amazing. So go check her out. Okay. I'm sure you guys already know her, though. I'm sure all these people are already subscribed to you, probably. And if they're not, well, now they should be. You guys should go check her out. Seriously. How long has it been now that you've been on YouTube? Like only like a year and something, right? Like a little over a year, huh? I think. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, I'm sorry, Caleb. Here. Let's do this. We have the Hanged Man here for you. So that's in regards to after you broke it off with this person. So there's a little bit of hesitant energy. There's kind of like there's a not wanting to like go for something or take action or make any moves yet. Like trying to gather all the information you can first. Maybe that's why you're here, because you're kind of like, hi, Rinky. You're kind of like, I need to know what to do, or I need to know if this was the right decision, and then what am I going to do in regards to if, what the result of that, or what the answer to that is, was this good for me, or was it not, or what should I do, what am I doing? And that's kind of what the Hanged Man is. It's like you're trying to figure everything out before you take action. Yeah, you just request it, any amount, whatever it is, just because I could just not, just request, and in the note, just put your number. So, so that's kind of what the Hanged Man is. It's like you're sitting here trying to figure it out first before taking action, before doing anything crazy. You're like, what am I doing? And was it the right thing? And you're questioning all these things. So makes sense for this question you have. Anything else we need to know about them breaking up with this person? PG, and was it the good thing? Was it better for highest good or worse? What do we need to know? I feel like if you did that already, then it's like to even ask, was it better for you or worse? Like you would know that already. You know what I mean? Like you would know that like you did it for a reason. I feel like, that's important that you already did it. And so you shouldn't, I mean, you can ask that all you want, but I feel like that kind of already says whether or not it was the right thing. If you felt like it was the right thing, like, then that's why you did it, but let's see if there's any other insight here. Any other insight here in regards to them breaking up with DG? What do we need to know about that? Was this for their highest good, or was this something that they should change? Like, what do we need to know about what it's done in the aftermath for their life? Them breaking up with DG, and they want to know if this was better for them or worse. Two of Cups. Okay, so at one point you guys were very connected. Very much. Like, okay. It's, you obviously had a very strong connection at one point and we're on the same page. And so that's why it's probably difficult for you to even think about, like, was this the right thing? Because fuck, I mean, look at what we had. And I just don't know now if, this was right. I don't know if I'm really throwing away something very important to me. So, okay. 8 of Pentacles. Working very hard at something. Okay. I feel like that's saying you worked as hard as you could on this. Like it was like the most important thing to you at one point, and so, you know, you did what you could. I feel like is what it's saying. Like you did as much as you could, and if it didn't work out, that's not your fault. You know, like you can't. There's nothing more you could have done. You know, you worked so endlessly hard on this connection that you just, when you decided to end things, it's like now you're feeling kind of like, fuck, well, I mean, should I have done that? But it's like you did all that you could do, and if it wasn't working, then, you know, there's not much you could do. Maybe they have to do something instead of you working endlessly, tirelessly, fingers to the bone, you know, in any way you could try to figure this out. Maybe it's important for them to do that now and them to show some initiative there. The world. So things are coming full circle. You're realizing, you know, I think cycles need to be broken a little bit. Like, or you run the risk of kind of doing the same thing over. You know, you run the risk of having the same situation if there's not certain cycles that are broken or changed, you know. It's like doing the same thing, expecting a different result, like something's got to give, you know. And I think you did the right thing by, I mean, dare I say, I think you did the right thing. That's just my opinion. I just feel like with this set of cards here and the energy of the situation, it seems like it was okay. It seems like that was the right thing. You know, it seems like it was something that needed to happen because you worked really as hard as you could on it. And it's like, there's not much else you could have done. You could have kept doing that and it still would have not been satisfying, you know? So, I mean, what could you really do now? Like, you've done something now, and now you're just feeling like maybe it was the wrong thing, but I mean, it wasn't necessarily the wrong thing. I'm the type of partner that sees clarity, but he sees it as me being insecure. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. You're gonna have to wait a while. So I think you just be patient. You know, I think the information that you need will come to you. Like the realizations you need to have will come to you. And I think honestly, like it just takes time for you to kind of like separate from people. Not saying you should do anything. That's up to you. But with the cards here, I feel like you did all you could, really. I mean, you worked as hard as you could on it. I mean, you did all that you could possibly do to try to create, you know, a better situation between you guys. And really, you were very connected at one point, and that's why you're feeling like very down about it now. But it's like, that makes sense. You know, when we have separations with people that were important to us at one point, it just is you know, it sucks to not have that anymore. And you always wonder, like, is this right? You know, am I throwing away something very important? And in this instance, you feel like the ball's in your court and you have that choice to either make it or break it. And I think that, you know, you did as much as you could to really create something that you wanted it to be, and it wasn't that. So, I mean, you broke up with them for a reason. You weren't, you know, getting your needs met in whatever way that, you know, you weren't getting them met. And that's important. That's valid, you know, to think about and to consider. You know, if you go back with them, I mean, what's going to change? Like, maybe they need to do something. They need to work harder to kind of initiate some change, you know, instead of you all the time. Because you tried that and it didn't get you what you wanted. So now you made this change now, and it's hard at first, but I don't think there's anything else you could have done to really change that situation. I think you did do the right thing. Personally, that's how I see these cards as saying in response to your question, you know. That's what I see it as. And it's going to be a while before you feel kind of like normal again, or before you really understand everything that, you know, it has played into this choice that you've made, and to stop feeling guilty about it, or stop feeling like it's the wrong thing, or worrying about that. You know, it's going to take some time, and that makes sense because at one point, again, you guys were the 2 of Cups. So it was very, very connected, and it felt very strong and very right, and very like going towards the same things. Like nothing could stop you, nothing can break you. And now here you are, and you're just feeling a bit guilty, or feeling like, oh, you know, worried and afraid that it's the wrong thing. But I think it's going to take some time for that to fade away, but that's normal, you know. I don't think that will he understand his part in the relationship? Well, that's a good question. It's like I said before, you know, you have to make it so that the person feels like they can't have you again, like they've lost you for good. even then it might not work, you know. It's not like a tactic, a little game that you can play. It's like you have to really mean that shit. But once they see that and really feel that, that's when people start to think about things. But some people don't. Some people don't do that at all. They don't think about things. They're just like, they brush it off and they get over it. They move on to somebody else. You know, they don't think about the stuff that they did and if they should have changed it. Like some people just don't have that, you know. Some people do not think about how they contributed. Like they're not very self-aware. And there's nothing you could do to really change that. But I feel like that's possible here. But hang on. I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of, that's what I feel, but I don't know for sure. And I don't want to just say that that's what it is because I don't know. You never know what's going to happen later, too. If they really do feel like you're gone, they might think about, you know, their part in it. But then again, they might not, you know, because some people just don't. People just, either it's too shameful or they just can't. They never have before and they just don't know how. So let me go over this really quick. And then oh, sleepy spirit. Okay. I do see that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We'll get to yours right now. Okay. So just to recap, K-Love, we have the Hanged Man. You're kind of waiting there, you know, not taking action yet. In regards to your question about was this the right decision? You're not really taking action. You're kind of just like trying to sit there and figure out what you just did and if that's the right thing or not. And Two of Cups obviously says you guys had a strong connection at one point, which is why it's so difficult now for you to really process everything and if it's, you know, the right decision or not. Then we have the 8 and the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like the 8 of Pentacles is representative of how much you did really try to do anything you could to make it work and it wasn't working. So you made that decision to break it off. And, you know, when we come full circle, we see things, certain things need to be broken and need to change or else it wouldn't have changed. It would have stayed the same. You know, as you come full circle, it just, you come full circle again and again and again. And it's just the same thing, you know, so you doing this kind of broke that cycle. And I don't think it was a bad thing. I mean, it's like I said, 8 of Pentacles, you did all that you could really do. And now if change is going to happen between you, like you made the change for yourself by breaking that cycle and doing something different and walking away from that. And that's going to help you. But for them, if, you know, if you guys are going to help you like together, he kind of needs to now break the cycle and do something different so that it can work. Because you tried all you could fucking try and it wasn't working. So this is, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time, but things should clear up soon and feel better and feel like you'll understand more. But it's just going to take a little bit of time for you to do that, for it to all process and kind of you be able to accept, yeah, it really wasn't working. I did do the best I could. And so I don't have to like feel bad anymore. You know, I don't have to feel like I'm fucking up here because I wasn't happy and there's nothing I could do. I mean, they weren't able to meet me halfway. So, okay, sleepy spirit. Thank you, by the way, K-Love. Thank you. And nice. And I'm sorry about that. I mean, I hate to be on point about something like that, but I mean, I'm glad, but I hate, you know, like that sucks. It's not a fun place, but time heals all. No, that's what they say, though. Sometimes it does. So, I mean, you'll feel better after a little while, you know. But I think it's important for you to just remember, like, you did all that you really could. So, I mean, it's kind of them who needs to do something now, you know. Sleepy spirit. Did you type your question in there? I don't know. Let me see. If you didn't type your question in there, go ahead and post it now. Okay. Sleepy spirit. Okay, cool. I want to know if my crush Andy likes me back, like if the feelings are mutual or it's just me overthinking it. Okay. All right. So, how does Andy feel about Sleepy Spirit? I want to know if he likes her back or if the feelings are mutual. What are the feelings between these two? What do we see happening? What does he feel for her at this current time? This current moment in time, what do we see him feeling for her? And what will this progress to? Will it progress to anything? Or what do we need to know about the progression of this between Andy and Sleepy Spirit? What do we need to know about this situation? How does Andy feel about her? Currently, does he feel the same as her? What is the energy between them? And how does Andy feel about her? Does he have feelings for her? Okay. Well, he's closed off to love right now, and I feel like it's because there's something that happened. He can't really forget. He can't let go of something. Here's the thing. I feel like there still is, since it's the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the moon's here too. Go figure, because it's confusing as fuck. You don't know where you stand with the person. You don't know if they feel, one day they're hot, one day they're cold. You know, sending mixed messages, mixed signals. You're just like, do they like me? I mean, sometimes it seems like they do, and sometimes it seems like they really don't. Like they're just like either indifferent and just not interested at all, or just like really not in, like don't like me, like very against any kind of. So am I confused? Like that's the moon. Just not really sure where you stand with the person ever. Like they're just that energy there. So, but for this person, I feel like either if you guys don't have a past at all, like any kind of thing that happened in the past, like there's no history, then I would say this has nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with some other thing that's happened in their past. You know, like there's some kind of history or some kind of, situation that they've been through that they're still thinking about, can't get over, have tried to get over it. You know, the Page of Swords is all about, you see his 2 feet. One of them is like stepping forward and trying to have new experiences and get out and move forward and move on and not think about the past and like be free of it and have new experiences, and go out forward. And then the other foot is like stuck in the past, like set firmly in the past. And it's just, he's got his sword there. He's like very defensive about it. It's very personal. It's just something that's, hi, Samuel. I haven't seen you in forever. It's my fault, I know, but hi. So he's trying to move on. He's tried to, and it's just more difficult than that. So it could have nothing to do with you at all. And you would know, obviously, if there's history or not. And but I feel like in regards to the Ace of Cups right now, that is potential for love. But the thing is, right now, he is not in the place for that, because we see the Four of Cups here, very closed off, very like not giving anything, any offers, not taking or receiving any offers that are given to him, just very closed off, very stubborn about that. Very to himself and closed off right now, just very not willing to open up. And that can be frustrating. And then, of course, we have the moon. So very confusing. One day he's open, one day he's not. And then it's just like, what the hell does this person want? And I feel like it has everything to do with this thing in the past. He is more of a new connection. So yeah, this would be something that he went through recently or just can't get over. Like it could be another person. And yeah, I feel like it's hot and cold for that person. Like, and if it's not yet, it will be. Like it's like they don't know. They can't. I mean, they tried, they can't. They're trying to, but they can't. So they shut off sometimes, and it's very difficult to understand what they're thinking or why. So I would say it has something to do with something that has nothing to do with you, something from their past. He's hot, then cold. I feel there's time. I'm confident. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're just kind of like, do they like me or not? Like, and it's the thing about the Ace of Cups here. Like, I feel like since that's saying opportunity for love, I don't feel like they're against something happening. Like, I don't think that they don't like you. It's just, I think that whatever this is here, it's hard to get over. And that's the thing that's holding them back. But I don't think it's about you, so I wouldn't say that they don't like you, but I don't see them opening up to you yet, but that doesn't have anything to do with like you, or anything you've done. It's really just about them. It's not you, it's me. That whole thing. It's the case here, So give it a little bit of time. Let's see what else we can see happening here in the future. What do we see? Anything else coming out here for what would happen between these two? Do they have a connection, a bond? Do they have a chance? What's the Ace of Cups here for? What do we need to know about Andy and him opening up in the future? Okay. Making a deliberate decision. Okay, I need to know what that's about because that could mean many things and there's not really like a... I mean, it's like that's... It really matters what that is saying exactly. I don't want to just tell you to make a deliberate decision or if it's him. So what does he feel like he needs to make a decision or he's going to lose the opportunity? Or tell me what this Two of Wands is about. What is the decision that needs to be made? So, past life energy, I feel like it could be with you because this Seven of Wands here is about somebody who's pushing away somebody who they shouldn't push away, somebody who they think is bad for them or wants, doesn't want good for them, but really it's not the case. Like, it's kind of paranoid, it's kind of like, it's just not the case. Like with the Seven of Wands, it's never, that person's kind of being dramatic, you know what I mean? So, and with the sun here though, that's cool that the sun came out because the moon's here. So when the sun comes out after the moon, that's good because then we're seeing some clarity now. We're seeing some realization. We're seeing some person who's understanding what's happening in versus not understanding at all what's going on and not really having any kind of clarity. So that's what we saw before, but now we're seeing the Six of Cups here is nostalgia, or it's like, a lot of times it can also represent like a past life connection type situation. So what that means is that basically like it's a familiar feeling. It's a person that feels like you've known them for a long time. Even if you haven't, it's just kind of like a deep connection that you don't want to lose, that you don't want to break. It's like something that feels like it's more meaningful. And I feel like that could be what they're feeling with you, because then we also see them pushing away someone unnecessarily and then them realizing that. So what I'm thinking with this is that if they can realize that this is unnecessary, of course, this person in this state doesn't, they're very defensive, but I would say just back off a little bit, because if you're too in their face, then they might really think you're trying to, you don't have their best interest at heart. But if you just kind of do your own thing and like give them time to process whatever it is they're processing, maybe they'll, think about it and be like, maybe that person really isn't bad for me. They're not trying to make me do anything. They're not trying to force me to like get over something or holding me responsible for their feelings. Like, I kind of like that energy, So with the sun, that's realization and that's clarity. So I think that, with time, with healing for them, and maybe with a little distance from you, they can actually start to think about you more instead of, having to deal with you right now while they're also dealing with this and it's just too hard, Maybe you should just give them some time to process everything. Then they'll have time to be like, well, wait, where'd that person go? That was kind of nice. I'm going to think about that more, because the Ace of Cups here is opportunity for, a connection. So opportunity for an overflowing cup of water, which is emotion. So, I mean, the potential is there for it to be very, overwhelmingly happy, full of love. I mean, support, union, whatever you want to look at it as, whatever word would fit there. It's love though, it's connection. So love, water, emotion, happiness, that potential's there. So, I mean, just give them, I would just say, don't be all up in their face while they're going through this, because then they're going to think that you don't have their best interests at heart. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that could be a really good opportunity. Maybe they'll think about it once they're done with this whole, like, whatever the grieving process or whatever it is they're going through, this whole difficulty that they're experiencing with this past situation. Because I don't think it has anything to do with you, why they're closing off to you. It really seems more of a personal issue. Right. And that's good. You should stay closed off for now. Don't, like, Just be gone. Just don't make them feel like they have to make a decision on you yet. You know, don't make them feel like you're relying on them and that they're responsible for how the situation is going, because clearly right now they're not in a place that they can do that, you know? So just be understanding of that and give them the time and space to do that. And maybe they'll recognize that and come back around and be like, okay, that was kind of nice. That person's not forcing me to like make any decisions when I really can't, but I don't even know how to communicate that, you know? But they get it. They're not forcing me. Yeah, I would say just like let them make that move, you know? Because if it's already kind of there, it's like, why aren't they? I would just not push it, you know, and just wait for them to kind of push it, you know? So to answer your question, I don't think that it's the feelings aren't mutual. It's just that that person is obviously dealing with something that they can't get over and that they've been trying to get over. So I don't even think it's really that you're on their mind as the top priority. So I just play it cool and like, you know, lay back and let it be what it is for now. And there definitely, it could be something between you, because the ace cups there shows opportunity for love or connection, you know, like, so I don't doubt that it could be something, or that they feel like that too. Good for you. I wish it were that simple, Samuel. But yeah, it's like, why do people take things so seriously like that, you know, especially when you're young? Like, I don't know. I mean, I do it too. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why, you know, it's like kind of ridiculous. I don't know why we do that. We shouldn't. And there's some people that are just like, well, you know, it didn't work out and it's just whatever, you know? And it's like, I wish I could be like that. Just like, yeah, well, whatever, you know? Like, you only live once. I mean, whatever, you know? It's like, damn. I know, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, people think, like, this is the love of my life. It's like, no, it's not. Guess what? No, it's not. But yeah, I totally had that feeling too. Hi, Cushy. Yeah, Samuel's really that's funny that you just said that, Samuel, because I was just thinking the same thing about you. Like, yeah, he's good at that. Like, good at saying little, you know, things that are very wise, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say. What was that thing you said about Leos before? You said I was trying to say it the other day and I totally forgot it. I couldn't like put it together in my mind. I keep forgetting what it was. I wrote it down at one point, but I want to write it down again. So can you tell me, do you remember what you said? You said a Leo is only a good leader if he recognizes. Yeah, it's too heavy sometimes though. And why does it seem like some people don't get affected like that? because I know, like, as humans, I mean, it's not like they lack emotions. It's just they like don't need to like connect to people. I don't know. It's like weird. But do you remember what you said about Leos before? Hi, Arpita. You said Leos are only as good as leaders as. That's what's scary about it. Yeah, that's why if you can't get vulnerable, you're not really gonna be able to connect. It's superficial, I guess, right? I mean, that's why people will be with somebody and think like, well, what the fuck? Like, I felt really strong about them, and it's like, how can they just like drop me like that? Well, because they didn't really connect to you. You know, like they weren't getting vulnerable with you. You were getting vulnerable with them, but they weren't getting vulnerable with you. You don't really recognize that when you're in the midst of that beginning stage. You know, you're just like, what, they say they like me, so shit. I guess they do. Why would they just say that? I don't know, but some people do. It was like Leos are only as good of leaders if they recognize the good of the group or something. Or leaders are only as good as the. I don't know. I forget what it was. Like something like that. A Leo may aspire to leadership, but a true leader is merely only as good as his group, only as strong as his. The best servant. I think it was a little different, but yeah, it was something along those lines. It was like a good leader knows that a good leader serves his group or something like that. I don't know, but is that like, it's got to be like a saying that I can look up, right? I think it is. I think I've heard it before in a different way. Anyway, would you like a reading, Samuel? Since you haven't been here in forever, or you probably have. I haven't. That's not really fair to say. I haven't been here forever. That's what happened. Are there any Pisces out there? Birthday's coming up. Birthday's coming up, you guys. Pisces. The leadership should be an act of service and not just ego. Oh, yeah. A good leader knows that a good leader is concerned with serving the group. The best the best leader is only a leader knows that his true role is serving the group or something like that. Yeah. Do you want a reading though? Yeah, there is. We're clear right now. We're open. We're open for business. Throw up a general and we'll see what comes up. I love that. Okay. Throw up a general. Okay. Let's do it. Samuel, Leo. Let's see what's up with this general here. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Give me the energy for Samuel at this moment. And what do we need to know in regards to his life? And anything that you want to bring to his attention? Anything you want to bring to his attention at all? What you feel is important or most important at this time for him to know, for him to recognize, for him to realize, for him to understand, and for him to see, for him to hear, for him to know. What do you want to bring to his attention right now? What's most important to bring to his attention right now? What's most important to bring to his attention right now, please? Samuel, he's a Leo. New love, or offering your cup to somebody, or someone offering it to you. What else here? What about this Page of Cups do you want him to know? Younger water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Left out in the cold, someone abandoned, or somebody fearing abandonment, somebody worried about abandonment, somebody worried about offering their cup because they feel like it will end in abandonment or rejection. Yeah, of course. What do we need to know about this? Why is this coming out here for Samuel? Take action. Okay, you'll have the opportunity to do so. So far, we see either a connection coming in or you offering a connection out. You not offering a connection out, thinking about doing that, but you're worried about rejection or abandonment. Worried about that person, it not working out, that person leaving, or you being left out in the cold, or maybe that person's feeling that way. And the Ace of Wands here is saying basically take action. Like you'll have the opportunity to take action at a certain point and the perfect time and place for it to happen and for you to do that. And you can miss that opportunity though, because we are human. We have free will. We can choose to be like, I'm not going to do it. You know, we don't have to do it just because it's there presented to us in a perfect way, or in an opportune way, I guess you could say, because nothing's perfect. But I feel like you'll know when that time is, and you have to decide if you want to take that action or not. So I guess it's saying don't worry about it so much and take action anyway, because it's saying, I know you're afraid, but look, you're still going to have the opportunity to take action. So what are you going to do? You're just going to be afraid, or are you going to do it? And that's up to you, right? Still in love with the Scorpio. Well, that is a water sign, but it seems like a new kind of offer, the beginning stages of an offer, or a young, early offer. So maybe it's let's see. Oh, well, at one point it was very connected. I don't know if it is now, but it's still showing that. Whenever I see that in a connection that's already has history, I feel like it's trying to point at the fact that there was a very strong connection at one point, you know? And that maybe it's not necessarily there now, but this is something that's obviously occupying your mind, that, you know that you guys were strong. And this is something that you don't want to let go of, or something that's difficult. And because of how strong it was, at one point. The Aquarius card, but this is also talking about hope. This is a good omen to the situation. It's saying take action when that opportunity arises, and it's saying offer your cup. So I feel like you should. I feel like there's going to be a time and place for you to kind of take the initiative, or take some action toward them. And the star here is just saying, like, have faith in that. Don't give up hope. Like, it's not all hope is lost here. It's a good omen to the situation. I feel like it's positive. Yeah. And it's like, have faith, have hope. Don't think it's all said and done and it's just fucked. I mean, it's not. There's hope here. What does he need to know other than that there's hope? Okay. Like, because to me, there's hope is like kind of vague, So it's like, in what ways, like, what do we need to know about that? Well, it's saying basically it's going to be a while, or maybe it's already been a while. Maybe you've been waiting a long time already, because sometimes that's the case. But with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like, well, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're for everything to kind of fall into place and be, you know, for you to be in a place where you feel comfortable with where you're at so that you can like, yeah. Well, that's Scorpio for you, you know, cycles of renewal, right? Because it's Phoenix rising from the ashes. So I would think that any if they're involved in would maybe deal with the same, or maybe you have Scorpio in you, or there's Pluto somewhere strong. But because that's rebirth, you know. So like Scorpios constantly renew themselves. Like they constantly go through shit and then they have to rebuild from the bottom up. And they do that. Like they're like one of the, you know, I mean, I've definitely met Scorpios who like didn't have confidence in themselves to be able to do that, but more often than not, Scorpios are definitely like going to overcome whatever it is. You know, like they will overcome and they will be okay. You know, they will make it out of that rut, or they will climb out of that hole they're in. You know, they will rebuild themselves and they'll be fine. You know, like they might, you know, have some stuff, you know, they might be bringing along some stuff with them, but it's like they will not be defeated. You know what I mean? Like they will overcome. They're very strong. So, and it's all, you know, Pluto like will rebirth, death and rebirth. It's like a constant just rebirth. Like, okay, let's start. Let's restart. Let's do this again. Okay, now new me. You know, like new me, even though they're fixed signs and they don't really like change that much, but you know, it's like they are tough. So that makes sense. And then here with the Nine of Pentacles, it's a person who has their shit together and can take care of themselves. You know, they have all these pentacles here. So they're obviously set within themselves. They don't really need anyone to like help them or take care of them. And then they also show that nurturing side where they're tending to this garden and taking care of the bird right there. I tend to look at the Nine of Pentacles as like the all-around woman because it's like, you know, she's got it's the masculine, the independence, you know, ability to take care of themselves. That's the masculine. And self-sufficiency, you know, providing. And then the nurturing side, which is the feminine side. So it's kind of like they have both sides, you know, they're presenting both sides. It's like a person, the ideal, I feel like that's the ideal energy right there is the Nine of Pentacles that everyone should strive to be, is a person who can like take care of themselves and also give and be nurturing, like not be stuck up or stingy or, you know, think they're better or something, but like have what they need and also be able to give to people who need it, you know, like both sides. And not like without, like, you know, have like boundaries should be there. I'm not saying they should just give everybody, but I'm saying like they're able to do that, you know, with what they have. It's just, you know, not everyone is able to do that. So, oh, that's nice. Yeah, because there's hope, and it's obviously wanting you to know that, you know, like don't give up on that. But I don't like to tell people there's hope and just be like, just sit there, you know, there's hope, it's coming. It's like, no, you know, you still have to put effort out and try hard. And if there's changes that need to be made, obviously make those changes, you know, be improving yourself constantly. Like these are reasonable things. It's not like a magical, like, ooh, you know, it's going to happen just because you want it to. Like, I mean, there's manifestation and all that, but it's like, you know, improve things that will help the situation for sure. It would be helpful. Like being stubborn and not changing things that are obviously negative to the situation is probably not going to help too much. You know, just a thought. So, all right. So, but what I'm seeing this as is like together you guys are able to kind of nurture each other and also like not need each other, you know? So if you don't feel like that's the case now, if it gets to that stage, then that would be ideal. And it seems like it's going to take a while though. Like you're kind of like waiting for something to blossom or grow all the way, or like be, you know, the potential it has to be. Like it's not there yet. Never want to see her phoenix wings clipped. She is meant to fly. Yeah. And it's interesting because it's self-sufficiency too that it's pointing at. So maybe because you're saying that, maybe it's like you're in a position of like, do you feel like you need her too much? Like, because this person in this card doesn't need anyone, you know, and it's not that they're lonely or something. Like they don't want anyone. It's just they don't need anyone. And you seem like you are taking on a role of like, kind of in a way, really being proud of her, but at the same time being like a bit needy towards her. Is that possible? That you feel like you're like you can't be okay without her? Because that could be why that's coming out, and it's saying basically like get to that stage where you're okay on your own. Like this is coming out for a reason, you know? Like this is an important aspect of it. I don't think it's just on her part, you know? I think it's on both of your guys' parts. Or on the part of both of you. You're like, yeah. I don't want to know. So there'll be a perfect time and place for this to happen, for you to take action in a way that you feel is going to progress the situation. Like there will be room for that. There will be time for that. There's opportunity for that. Okay. Knowledge gainer. Hello. I love your name. But she does provide a lot of color to my world that, yes, maybe I feel I need. Maybe it's a bit too much for her. Interesting question. I'm fine on my own. I didn't mean to like say it like that. I mean, the that's what I'm getting with the Nine of Pentacles is like that's going to be important for you guys to get to that point where you don't need each other, and then maybe that's when it's the perfect time and place for the action to be taken for you guys to reconnect and everything to work out, you know? It's kind of how I see that. That's why I'm asking, because I'm not just trying to tell you like, you know, you're being too needy and you need to stop. But it's like if you can come to that conclusion on your own, then we can, you know, you probably make some progress. But I'm not just going to tell you that, because then you're not going to, like, I don't know that for sure. That's why I'm asking. But also because when you tell somebody they need to do something, it's like they don't really see it that way, you know, always. Sometimes they need to come to that understanding on their own, and then they act accordingly. I mean, you didn't really ask that question, so obviously that's not a concern for you. If you would have asked that question, it'd be easier to say like what it seems like, but because you didn't ask, I'm not going to just tell you something you didn't ask, you know, like if you're not concerned with it. But it's just a thought, you know, if that's something that maybe is possible that you need to look at. Because that Nine of Pentacles, I mean, I feel like, why is that coming out like that, you know? Like there's a reason it wants you to think about self-sufficiency and not needing each other, but also being nurturing towards others, but not needing anybody, you know? You must have Scorpio in your chart, or Pluto heavily, because that's how they tend to feel, like very intensely. I mean, you're fire, but I mean, it seems more. Yeah, I mean, yeah, could be. Could be. Definitely. Because obsession, people like think that they're in love when it's obsession, and obsession is not because love is about another person. Like, you can love a person and they cannot love you, right? You care about them, like, genuinely, like, you love them. But then if you're obsessed with somebody, it's really kind of a selfish thing. I'm not saying it's all that, like, it's conscious or it's controllable. I mean, it is controllable, but at the same time it isn't, right? Like, it's not just like, oh, just stop, it's like they're obsessed. But it's kind of like not it's not like, it's like a selfish thing. Obsession, you're expecting to get something out of it. You're obsessed. It's not like love. It's not, it's not necessarily good for the person that the recipient of that obsession. Like love is. There's nothing wrong with love. Love is not going to be harmful to a person. Like real love. Obsession could be. You know. Hey, you guys, if you want a reading, go ahead and check out the description. All the information's right there. Or you can look in the chat right here, and there's this pinned message. And that explains everything as well. Pretty briefly, but pretty clearly. I have Pluto and Libra and Scorpio and Uranus. What's your 8th house in? Because the 8th house is the house of Scorpio. You can love and be obsessed at the same time. Yes, you are right. Yeah, I guess that's true. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's true. But actually, I don't know. Can it be true? Yeah, what we do is the first 3 people that come to the live will get a free reading. So you can be one of those people next time. But all you have to do to participate in that and get a chance to do that is after you subscribe, which obviously you are subscribed because that's the only reason you're able to chat in here right now. But next to the big red subscribe button, there's like this little bell icon. And if you hit that, you'll see 3 options. So what you're going to want to do is hit all, select all out of those 3 options. And what that does is make sure that every single time I go live, you'll get notified. So what happens is if you get notified, boom, 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 I'm going to go live, click into the live and type into the chat. And if you're one of the first 3 people, then you will get a free reading. And that's going to be going on for as long as I can see. It's not going to end anytime soon. So next time you're here, next time I go live, just be one of the first people to type in the chat. Make sure you type in the chat, though, because then you can't seal or you can't save your spot if you don't do that. We don't know if you're with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, unless you type in the chat. So that's important. So it could be Aquarius too. I mean, you never know. Some houses are, sometimes a house will like totally engulf one, or sometimes a sign will totally engulf a whole house. And then if it does that, then like if it's going over both, like if it's engulfing a whole house, then that means it's in the next house too, because I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it means if one house is fully engulfed in one sign, then that means that that sign is ruling 2 houses. Yeah, definitely, because obsession is selfish, right? It's a selfish thing. It's you want it. You want something, that you like, whatever you're obsessing on or idealizing. But the love thing is like you're concerned with their best interest, you know? An obsession is actually selfish. It's like you're thinking of what you want out of it, you know? Whether consciously or unconsciously, but it's not healthy. Obviously. You know that. I kind of want to show you what I'm talking about with the house thing. Where's that pink? Just 1 second. Three. What do you think? It really didn't make sense anyway, so I mean, it wasn't really a good explanation. Like, I wish I had my charts. I don't have them here. I don't know where they're at. They're like somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Here, let me explain really quick. So, I used to do this like all the time because it's difficult to make like 12 perfect. That's the thing, like you don't even have to make 12 perfect ones because the houses aren't the same. But I want to do like astrology like instead of tarot. How can I do you know what time you were born? And what city? Obviously you know what city if you know what time, but do you know what time you're born? I wish I had my printouts. I don't know where they're at. I don't know where they are. Oh, I do. Here it is. I'm so excited I found this right now. This one doesn't show it though. This is like my passion right here, honestly. Okay, well, whatever. Hopefully it's in here. I don't know where to put it. That sucks. Okay, well, I can show you this. I know I have you waiting forever, Samuel, but look. This is a transit chart, so it's not like my birth chart, but it does show my birth chart too. So, but right here, where it's the 5th house, or okay, so the 5th house, you can see this house right here. See how the lines, see how in every house, like every one of these things, like you could see it's like cut out, like this one goes here a little bit in this one, and this one goes in this one. It stays in this one a little bit and goes in that one. It goes in that one a little bit and goes in that, like, and none of them are like in one. Well, the 5th house is in one. You see how it's just, its lines are just in one house? Like it doesn't go outside at all. It's not like this, it's not like that. So that means like when you look for a house, say you're looking for the 5th house, okay? We're gonna look. So where does the 5th house start? Right here. This line is the 5th house. And then it goes up and then it ends. So what house is it in? Or what sign is it in? It's in Aries, right? So when you're looking for the beginning of the next house, we're looking at the end of this one, and this one's also in Aries because it's still in this house. So both my 5th and 6th are in Aries. So it's interesting because double sign. Anyway, that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to probably be doing from now on. We were very much connected on a spiritual level, and the chemistry is hella intense. Hella, that word. So Knight of Pentacles makes sense as we have to ground this properly and over time. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Hi, Bruno. Hi, Truly. Yes, you can. Of course you can. Truly blessed. Truly blessed. Jesus. Little Red. Come here, Little Red. Thanks, Samuel. Thanks for being here and coming and visiting again. I haven't seen you in forever. So come tomorrow, too, and visit again. Come on. Come here, baby. Come here. All right, you guys. Little Red says bye. 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 He says bye. Thank you to everybody who donated and participated tonight. Hopefully you guys got some clarity. I know it was fun for me, and we'll do this again tomorrow or the next day. So be here and get your question answered. If you didn't get it answered tonight, there's always an opportunity to get it answered tomorrow. So no worries. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Thanks again to everybody who donated and whoever participated, whoever liked, if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later. Have a great night.